Ready for another lesson? The first man a girl ever love. Of course, women start off as little girls, and that's a evolutionary process that we can't get rid of. The first man a girl ever love is her father. We already know this. Then she fall in love with a boy. The father is the archetype of the type of man that she gonna fall in love with. If the father was never present, then that's a problem because most of them looking for love or the void that they have in their heart to be filled by a man that will never love them like their father. Now, of course, every man different, and it's not guaranteed that the father gonna love the daughter, and some of them abuse them in other ways and stuff, and we not gonna go into that here. But he's supposed to set the stage and be the prototype of what a man should be. A lot of these hoes that we see out here and acting up and doing all of this stuff is because they're trying to fill that void in the heart. Some of them don't have good relationships with the father, and the father wasn't the disciplinarian in the household, it was the mother, and that's why they act the way they act. Little girls already know that they mirror their mother, and if the mother was subservient to the father and she understand her role, and the little girl see this from childhood, the mother gonna instill the values of being a wife to her husband. But most of them didn't see this in the household. They see chaos, mayhem, violence, and all the Pookie and Ray Ray love. The toxic love that we see every day, where they getting black eyes and they beating on each other like they slaves, and this isn't a good way to have a relationship. Most of these women nowadays aren't meant to be wives. Most of them are just for recreational uses and to squeeze what out of you. This is just a sad reality. And when a man comes along and tell them, hey, this is how you need to be, and I run this, they get mad, they cry, they bitch and complain, they kick and fuss and scream and fight because they didn't see this in their household growing up. As the man, I'm not just here to entertain you or for kicks and giggles. I'm here to make sure that you have direction in your life, because if you don't have that direction, you're going to wander. Now, if as a man I'm lost, you definitely going to be lost too. Women want a man that could lead, and if their father was a leader, they're going to understand their role. That's why it's very imperative as men that if we have daughters, we in their lives. We don't want to see our daughters out there busting it wide open on Instagram and all these other social platforms. Because more than likely, if you're putting your foot down in her life and you guiding her into the way of how she's supposed to be as a little girl growing into a woman, and with the mother help, she would turn out to be an outstanding young lady and be a catch for a man. And she gonna understand that once you instill that in her, once you plant that seed, you don't have to worry about her going out here becoming attacked, because you already planted that seed from young, and she come from a two-parent household, and she saw how it should be, how it ought to be, how it will forever need to be. Don't let society fool you into thinking the bullshit that's going on now is the right way and the path. You'll be lost just like the rest of the sheep led for the slaughter, and the wolves laying in a wait, and they don't even need to come in to the gate. They just wait outside for you guys to just walk out there aimlessly and get slaughtered, and then they'll have a feast. You've been taught.